But not to say that everyone should be up for 24 hours working on stuff. But when you're going to show it to the whole community, sometimes you want to make sure you show something really great. So, and we really want to. I mean, this is a game that's a game of our dreams, and I think it's a game of your guys' dreams. So, there's not a single person on this team that doesn't feel that way. And if there honestly was someone that didn't feel that way on our team, they shouldn't be part of the team, because everyone here is dedicated to making the best possible game. And it's not just a game; it's a universe we want to build. So, there you go. All right. So we're sort of going to talk about the upcoming plans. The first thing that we're going to release, which is going into sort of the wider test next week, is SC Alpha 1.3, and then it should be shortly in the hands of you guys there afterwards. So it's an incremental step beyond what we currently have. So we've got a couple of new weapons. We haven't actually had any new weapons in the game since the end of last year. So we've got a couple of fun ones. There's a huge ballistic cannon that's about size 4, and a mass driver that's about size 2 that's really good for sort of long-distance sniping. More emotes, character loadout selector, a bunch of extra stuff in ArcCorp, things like improved elevator and chat and AR. Come on, move. Buggies are actually now going to be down in ArcCorp. Respawn, because if you kill yourself in the buggy, you're going to have to respawn. We're increasing multiplayer, so we're aiming to try to get significantly more than I think the 25 we have now, more closer to 40 if we possibly can. So the testing is looking good for that. Updated hangar lighting, which I think we've shown a bit. Better sort of networking, dead reckoning, and a whole bunch of sort of little polish touches. So that will be in your guys' hands very, very shortly. And then the bigger thing is what we're calling Star Citizen Alpha 2.0. And this is going to be the beginning of the full Star Citizen universe. So we've sort of made a decision to put, so instead of multi-crew and instead of it being Arena Commander, we're putting you in the beginning of what is the Star Citizen universe. So at the start, it's just going to be around Crusader, which is a huge gas giant. It's in the Stanton system. And in SC Alpha 2.0, everything's going to be in. So you're going to have the space flight, the EVA, the first-person combat shooting, social, and we actually have missions. So there's lots of different areas to visit. There's something like currently 38 different missions you can sort of do around it. So you'll be able to fight against AI or fight against other players or cooperate with other players. So it's going to be sort of a big sandbox for people to play around in. And it's sort of enabled by the large world technology. So just to give you an idea, the playable area on the large world map that we're currently using is 1 million kilometers by 1 million kilometers by 200 kilometers high. So that's, well, if you just want to talk about square area, it's about 1 trillion kilometers. And if you want to actually talk about the overall volume, what was it? 200 quadrillion kilometers. So to give you an idea, I think we were trying to figure out other games. The biggest game that we could find online that was said was the Elder Scrolls 2, which is meant to have 161,000 kilometer square map. And then there was Lord of the Rings, which I think 71,000 kilometer square map. And Skyrim's actually smaller than those. So in terms of layout and area, that's why we have the large world, is so we can put huge areas in them and play solar systems. I do realize that a full solar system's much bigger than 1 million kilometers wide, although on some level we'll do some compression of play spaces, because you don't want to be, even at 0.2 speed of light, you don't want to be sitting for 3 hours like in quantum travel. But we're definitely, I mean, it's a huge play area. I mean, no one's going to feel compressed here. And that's what we're putting you in. The actual area around Crusader that we're going to put you in is a portion of that, but still very, very big. Obviously, we've got the multi-crew technology in SC Alpha 2.0, so all the ships have local grids, not just the big ones. So the 300i, the Aurora, you can walk around in them as you fly around. We have the zone streaming system. And let's go on to the next one. Well, I guess, there we go. So what you're going to find there. So Crusader is one of the planets in the Stanton system. It's the home of Crusader Industries. And around it, there are the 3 moons, Selen, Yela, and Daymar. And we've got those 3 moons in there. We have 3 large space stations that you can visit and play. So Port Alisar is where you start. And you saw an early version of that in the Gamescom demo. It's being fleshed out, and we'll have a little more polish by the time this is finished, which is not very far from now. Then there's going to be the security post Korea, which is sort of what we designated as our FPS area to have combat in. And so we'll show some of that. And we have the Kovalex shipping hub where you can go and get, you can go there, check out, maybe find some items or clues, data logs, and potentially some missions you can do. So it's going to be a whole play area. There we go, come on. So we have quite a few offline communication arrays. I think there's about 6 of them in the map. Is that right? 8. I see 8. And you can go and part of the setup, actually, in the Crusader setup, is pirates have been attacking the area and turning the communication satellites offline, and so the communications have been spotty, and you have to actually go and turn some of them back on, and that will help open up some destinations you can go visit, as well as new missions you can do. So there's research satellites that you can use to look for new jump points, and we also have a bunch of service platforms that will allow you to rearm, refuel, and repair. So we have fuel in the game, and also repair and rearming and stuff. So there's a lot to do, and I think I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing what people do in SC Alpha 2.0 in terms of posted videos on YouTube and Twitch and live stream. I think it'll be pretty cool. One other big change. There we go. All right. The other big change is, I think we've talked about this before, but we're adding a lot more modes, the IFCS, the Intelligent Flight Control System. So we basically have 4 modes. Precision maneuvering, which is sort of the low-speed maneuvering, takeoff, landing, or for instance, if you're like close to a space station, or you were mining, or doing stuff that you would need to be precise movements and control it so you don't run into things. SCM, Space Combat Maneuvering, which is the mode that right now that you play in Arena Commander, which is set up for sort of space combat in terms of speeds, G-force stresses, and then there's Super Cruise, which is somewhere between Quantum, which is really fast, and Super Cruise is significantly faster than what you do at SCMs, potentially about 1,000 kilometers per second, or 1,000 meters per second, not 1,000 kilometers per second. And when you're at Super Cruise, it's good for sort of running away, but you can't maneuver nearly as fast, obviously, because the G-forces are heavy. And then, of course, there's quantum travel, which we showed at the Gamescom demo, and you'll see tonight. And so those are sort of the 4 levels of travel. Certain levels of them, like quantum, require fuel. Some things like Super Cruise will require fuel. So you can, there's a lot more you can do, and we need those different variations of speeds in the IFCS because you've got a much bigger play area, there's much more things you can do, and we're slowly starting to bring in the elements that we want in the final game. So having said that, we're now going to show you a demo of working in SC Alpha 2.0, all live like we did last time. So let's play a little bit and sort of kind of see all the things that we've talked about being all together. All right? Take it away, Andy, and I'll talk you through. Okay, so here we are. There's 64 different places you can spawn in. There's sort of your habitats, or not your habitats, your little sort of cabins. So when you join the large world / SC Alpha, there's various different rooms. There's your own particular rooms. So here we got 4 of our folks here, and we're on Port Olisar. So I think we're going to head to the atrium. Okay, and so when you spawn on the space station, you can go to these different terminals and call up one of your ships to be on one of the landing pads. So we're going to pull up a constellation. So we're all, because, you know. And so it tells us what landing pad, how many landing pads do we have on Port Olisar? 10, I think there's 10 landing pads. So you spawn, you have your ship spawn, and they'll stay on that landing pad for a period of time. If you don't claim it after a while, they'll be put back in the hangar, basically. So, let's get our merry band of brothers together and head to the constellation. And the space station's built out with access to all the 10 landing pads and stuff. So it's built out in a much larger scale than we did on the Gamescom demo. Did we go to the wrong door to get to the landing pad? One of our players is taking a Hornet, so we're taking a Hornet, and the other 3 are going to be on the. So I guess this was on landing pad 2, and then the other guys are on 4, which you can see over here. And if we look over here, we can see the guys walking out on the landing pad over there. All right. Okay, let's get up into the constellation. The constellation is almost done. It'll be done when we ship this. It's missing a few little bits, but if you take a look, it's quite beautiful. So, as we said before, the constellation's had a complete overhaul. It's built up to the quality that the Retaliator is now. Whole extra level of detail.
Aerospace, all systems online. Scanning landing gear. Raised. Autopilot. Disengaged. Bogey.
We should cut back into the constellation. How about a view from inside too? Would be kind of cool, huh? Okay. Now we're going to head to this communications satellite to turn it back on, which has been sort of sabotaged by pirates. There's likely there'll be pirates spanning. Yeah, yep. So we're in hyperdrive. So you move around here a little bit. So it's kind of pretty cool to.
Antidrive deactivated.
So here we are, coming up to the communications satellite.
Scanning. Bogey.
Oh, looks like there's some pirates around here, so we probably should go fight them. So, I know, it's a surprise.
It's a trap!
Yeah, so this is part of the SC Alpha 2.0. So there's various areas. So like these are AI pirates that would spawn around the communication satellite they've disabled. Oh, see the Hornet just go past. There we go. Should we get in the someone get in the turret?
Scanning. Bogey.
stop here, and we'll show one other feature, which is allow you can go in and out of EVA in any vehicle, including single-seat fighters. So. So we'll head in here to you can see him EVAing right there. So let's EVA into the communications satellite. Okay, so we've put the comm satellite back online, and we'll have some new nav coordinates now. So we'll just get out. As you can see, there's some damage was taken on the Constellation that we're going to go, and when we get on our ship, we'll go ahead and repair it. So let's go into the Hornet.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
And so this is one of the many refuel, repair, and rearm stations that will be in the SE Alpha 2.0.
Scanning. Bogey. Bogey.
There we go. It's one of the refuel rearm paths.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
And here come the drones. And we're going to have a more involved repair
Autopilot
mechanic for
engaged.
players
Landing
and also
gear
for the
deployed.
NPCs when we,
Landing complete.
as the persistent universe progresses. But short term, this is the first iteration. Which longer term, when you've got you can earn UEC and persistence, which will be one of our next milestones beyond this. You could earn money doing missions, and then it would cost you money to repair, rearm, refuel. All right. Okay.
Raised. Autopilot disengaged.
So now we're going to go to Security Port Korea and check that out. This is sort of the kind of dedicated FPS area that we have. And longer term, as we carry on building this out, we're going to have areas that you will have not just AI ships, but AI individuals on foot that you will also have fights with in combat, and meet them and talk to them and do all the rest of the stuff. So as I said, what we're doing here is absolutely the foundation of everything that Star Citizen is going to be.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
Scanning.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Bogey.
All right. And this is the area that will be in the first release that will have sort of weapon drops and stuff. So if you come here, you'll be able to get weapons and stuff that you wouldn't normally have, and then use those to shoot other people if you want. Or defend yourself, either one of the two things. Go. Yeah. It's a big ship. You got to be careful with it. All right. I think this is one of our merry band that was in the Hornet, and if we come around here, we'll see the rest of the folks at some point coming out. There we go. Down we go. Awesome. Here they come. And I believe there's a data center in the center of here that you can reactivate, which I think is where we're going. And it's sort of like a command and control point. So if you come and you control this area, you'll get missions and stuff. And so the idea is when we have this running, people will hopefully come here and try and control and fight over the area. So, well, there we go. Here we have some people do it right now. So we have four outlaws that have been playing by the 4 guys over on this side. And there's also some weapon drops around here, so hopefully we can find a few of them. And there's some recharge stations for energy weapons there, and there's some ammo drops and various weapon drops around here. Right. Okay, these are the outlaws. Outlaw. Hey, did you guys kill all the Marines? I guess they're gonna steal the Constellation now. So we don't actually rehearse this. Sometimes the Marines win, sometimes the outlaw guys win. I think this was pretty much a whitewash. I guess it's all your bases belong to us, or all your Constellation belongs to us. Feels good. It's a used dance. Here we go. These are the various destinations you can see. So there's going to be a huge amount of, just even in the first drop, there's going to be a massive amount of places to visit in the large world and play. So we're pretty excited by that. We've been sort of playing this the last week or so here in the UK, and it's actually kind of fun. People shooting each other in the face and flying around and doing stuff. One of I think the big things from this is to let you guys know that we sort of decided that, FPS is really integral to the whole experience. And so our focus is we're going to give you SC Alpha 2.0 with all that. That's actually going to be, I don't want to give you dates because everyone gives me shit for giving you dates. So let me say it's in the near future. We're not very far away from being content and functionality complete in that, so I'm pretty confident that that will be in your guys' hands in the near future, and in the near future I mean inside Soon. There's been a lot of hard work to get all this stuff in there. There's going to be a little bit more hard work for it, but I think it's going to be a great experience, and I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone fly around and adventure and kind of make their own little stories up, and then we're going to slowly build out from there.